All right, hello you guys. Back with another video. As you can see, it's crazy because this is my third video this weekend, and that's not typical for me. Just because I feel like I typically have other things going on, or I'm I don't know, busy doing something else or something like that. So yeah, and I'm bored right now. I have nothing to do, and this is on my mind. So I just figure, why not make a video about this? Um, so yeah, as you can see by the title. I'm talking about something a little bit different. Uh, you know, the last couple of videos I talked about, um, my experiences lately and just giving you guys updates with regard to my ex, or, before that, I was mainly talking about BPD as a whole. However, I'm talking about a different thing, and I feel like this just goes for all people. I feel like all young people who just have this on their mind, have marriage on their mind. Uh, I feel like more people can relate to this, and it's something that I'm seeing that a lot of people are like, taking into consideration. So, yeah, I just want to jump right into it. So, marriage, right? I mean, I feel like you come across people who, want to get married, and I want to get married, and I feel like a lot of you guys want to get married, and uh, it's normal to, fall in love with someone and to be with them for the rest of their life, where you love and care for them and they do the same for you. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? Who doesn't want to be married to, like, literally your best friend, where you can have fun, where you can have a family, where you can do this, that, and the other thing, and you're just enjoying each other's company, and you're going through everyday life, but now you have someone to enjoy it with, right? Seems ideal, right? However, I feel like a lot of people are scared to get married, and I feel like for good reason. And honestly, I side with those people. It's crazy because like a year ago, a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have had this thought about marriage. Maybe it's because I was younger and I didn't really take into account what like marriage could be or how this other person could be. But I guess, ever since I was in that relationship that obviously didn't work, it brought a lot of things to light that I didn't ever really take into consideration. And I'm speaking for myself, but possibly for a lot of you. When you date someone and you like them, you have such strong feelings for them, right? And with regard to my past relationship, I wanted marriage. This person wanted marriage with me. And we were just talking about all these things that we're going to do together. And because we were talking about the future, it seemed so real. And it seemed like, oh, yes, like this is where we're headed. We're both on the same page. We're good. We're secure, right? But then, you can look at my other videos to see what ultimately happened. But basically, I was in a relationship. It seemed to be going well despite things that happened. I was willing to fight for everything. I was willing to go through stuff despite what this person was doing to me, et cetera, et cetera. I was willing to forgive, um, all that. And then things seemed to be going well. And then this person cheated on me and left me for someone else, the person I was told not to worry about, right? That happens to a lot of us. Um, and it opened my eyes, and it's just like, dang, like I gave so much of myself to this person, and I opened up about things that I've never um opened up about with anybody else, and I was so real with this person, and I trusted them with this, that, and the other thing, and they just left me. They discarded me basically, like I meant nothing to them. Like I wasn't even ever a part of their life. And like it just made me think about, wow, like we were in a relationship, what was it, for like 16 months? And sorry, let me roll up my sleeves. Things are about to get serious. Just kidding. But I was in a relationship with this person for 16 months, and it's like, 16 months, not necessarily a super long time, but it's like But at the same time, it's like, yeah, it could be. And this person just like left me as if I meant nothing, despite everything that we shared together and despite the things we entrusted each other with. And it's like, could you imagine, you guys, like, because we talked about marriage, could you imagine if I married this person and we share all this stuff together and then this person just ends up leaving you? Like, it was just crazy because it's like, wow, like this person left me and I was so genuine and loving. And did I make mistakes? Absolutely. And so did this other person, but I was willing to work through it. Apparently this other person wasn't, but they just left me, you know? And it's like it just made me realize this person, if we were married, they would have done this in marriage and I would have been even more distraught in that sort of setting. And like I've read other things like these no contact things where people post and they're like, I'm going no contact after my ex left me or they left me in the marriage or um they left me in my 5 to 8 year relationship, whatever it is, whatever that time frame is. And it's like, dang, like it's crazy to me. Like it's crazy because everyone seems to be experiencing the same thing. And these people aren't willing to work with you, and that's what's terrifying. Because yes, you fall in love with someone and, you know, obviously y'all hit it off like right away. You're in the honeymoon stage. Sparks are flying because you're getting to know this person. That's the fun stage, right? Like that makes sense. But ultimately, it's like if this person feels a certain way about you, or maybe, you started up here. I mean, naturally you do. Now you go a little bit down because you're having some hard times. Like they think it's okay to just like leave you. They're not willing to stay, they're not willing to work on things, and that's terrifying, and it seems like that's a common theme amongst this generation. They're not willing to work on things. The minute something happens or the minute we start to have more disagreements than we usually do or, fill in the blank, whatever, they think it's okay to leave. And it's like after you've worked so hard, after this person was so loyal, so loving, they're still willing to leave. And it's like, if you have this mindset, don't get into a relationship because you're just leading this person on. And especially like in my case, this person like future faked. I'm sure in a lot of you guys' cases, this person future faked with me. We're going to get married. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Blah, 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 whatever. And then they leave you. Like you're looking forward to those things. And then just out of nowhere, even when things seem to be going good, they just drop you. And it's just like it leaves you so confused because y'all thought you were on the same page and turns out you're not. And then I remember when I was talking with my ex, I was like, what happened? Like, why did you leave me for this other person? Whatever. Because I was really trying to understand it and get closure. My ex was like, well, I just like, I guess I forget what was said, but I was like, what happened? Like, I still love you. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but I did, right? And then this person is like, well, I did love you. And it's like, I was thinking in my head, like, you did love me. All of a sudden, the love just goes away. It just disappears when we're going through hard stuff. And oh, yeah, that's what my ex said. My ex is like, well, we're just not compatible. Our relation or our personalities clash. It's like, they don't, though. Like, they don't. Like, we get along. When we get along, it's really good. But then we fight over really dumb stuff. Like the stuff we were fighting about, it wasn't worth fighting about. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with personalities clashing. And even then, I mean, some people like obviously could get along really great, right? Just think of like the people that you guys are friends with, right? You're friends because you guys like have similar hobbies or you guys laugh at the same stuff. Like you get along personality wise, right? But even then, like you don't click 100% of the time or whatever. It's like yes, you get along with certain people more so than others, but Just because you have disagreements doesn't mean, oh, we can't do this all of a sudden. Like the relationship has to end or the friendship has to end. It's like, no, like you figure out how to make it work despite your differences, and especially in a relationship. You know what I mean? And it's just like, again, people aren't willing to put in that work in order to make the overall relationship work. It's like, guys, like everything in this life requires work. Literally everything. Um School, your career, whatever, you have to put in the work. Why would a relationship or a marriage or fill in the blank be any different? It isn't. People want like this easy way out. They want to feel love 24/7. And the minute that they don't feel that or whatever in a relationship, they just assume it can't work. That's not how it goes, you guys. And if we like think that way and we're just like if we think that we have to be happy 24/7, of course it's not going to work cuz who's happy 24/7? It's not that we have to find happiness, it's that we have to find contentment, you know? And you have to be content. You have to be content even in those situations that, where you're going through arguments or little fights or whatever, but people aren't willing to do that. And it sucks. It sucks because this person, just assumes, oh, well, they don't love me anymore, or I'm not feeling the love because I don't feel happy right now. So they just leave. And then it ends up hurting this person. And because this person did it and is like, I'm finding my happiness, they encourage others to do the same. And again, it's like, unless you're happy, like you can't like live your life, I guess. But it's like, guys, it's contentment, not happiness. And we got to make these things work. And it's really no wonder why people don't want to get married if a lot of people these days have this mindset, where they're just willing to leave over something so trivial and stupid, you know? And even like, not only do people experience this with relationships, but I've had friendships in the past where we have disagreements or I think differently than this person. Like, just differing opinions on certain things, and they're like, well, I can't be friends with you. It's like, over what? Over this? We're gonna let this thing dictate whether or not we can be friends? Like, it's stupid. It's so dumb. Like, and people are lonelier than ever, and it's like, there's your reason why, you guys. You know what I mean? And it sucks, dude. It sucks how like we're all in the same boat and people are sad and discouraged and all this. And it stems from those things. It's like, can't we just make stuff work? Like, let's just make it work. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it requires work, but it's worth it. It really is. Like, in the long run, it's worth it 100%. But that's just what I've been noticing, you guys. Um, and yeah, I know we want this stuff, but when other people don't want it and they aren't willing to put in the work, it like you think to yourself, is this really worth pursuing? And you just got to find those people that believe it is, but even at the same time, like those people could totally fool you. I mean, even with my ex, like all this future faking, like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But then it's like you left me, and you had like no remorse. And it baffles you, like it really does. So I don't know. But like I guess looking back, so like personally, like I don't believe in divorce, like unless it's for like biblical reasons, like as it's mentioned in the Bible. But I remember I was talking to my ex and I was like, I don't believe in divorce, and my ex was like, well, I do. That's weird. That's you that you don't or whatever. And that just kind of seemed like a red flag in a way. Like I'm not saying that like I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like my ex was like questioning like why I do and like all this stuff, and like in my mind it's like, wait, like this I can't believe I didn't catch this early on, but like now looking back it's like, wait, like did you say that because you feel like you can leave at any time or you have the right to leave at any time, and even when you don't feel satisfied in that moment, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know, like, you just wish people were like you. Like, you know what your motives and intentions are. And so I guess you feel like you wish that people felt the same as you, if that makes sense. But even though people aren't as pure and don't have as good of intentions as we do, doesn't mean we should stop being pure and stop having good intentions, like still just like be loving and like just be that person, because you never know, someone might come along who shares that with you, and um y'all can thrive together, get married, have a good life together, all that stuff. But yeah, and you guys, I know there are plenty of other reasons why people don't get married, but I feel like the one that I mentioned today, I feel like that's a huge one. Um, just that society doesn't care. Society doesn't give a crap about marriage. They don't view it as, I mean, I feel like they view it as just a regular relationship. Like, yeah, let's get married. This will be the start of our lives. And yeah, we could have kids. It makes everything easier. We'll combine um, our bank accounts. We'll do all this. I'll have the benefits of this, that, and the other thing. But they view it as just a normal relationship, and they're like, yeah, but I can end it whenever I want. They view the marriage certificate as just a piece of paper, and then if they're not satisfied, they'll find something else. And it's just sad. It's just sad what society has come to, and how people ultimately treat other people and have like zero regard for their feelings or whatever. And like ultimately it just hurts that person, and it seems like it could create like this ripple effect, right? So like if you're not satisfied, you lead this person on, right? With future faking, this, that, and the other thing. And it hurts this person, and this person can end up hurting this person and hurting their children if they have any or whatever. And it's just like it just hurts everyone in the long run. And it sucks because there's a lot of people hurting, and I feel like that's a lot of the reason why this what I'm talking about today is just like the whole thing that people don't really ultimately care about anybody's feelings. They're not willing to make it work. Everyone's just super self-centered, and that's not what marriage is. That's not what a relationship is. You have to be willing to put the other person first and sacrifice for the other person. People don't want to do that. They just want it to be about them, and that's the whole problem. It's not about you. You have to think about someone else for a change. But yeah, again, I know there's a lot of other things that contribute to this, and I just wanted to talk about this today. If you have any thoughts on the matter, obviously I'd love to hear it. Feel free to comment below and tell me what you think, because yeah, I'm always willing to learn from you guys and your experiences and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and I'm sure I'll have another video out. I'm not sure exactly when, but I'll think of something to come up with. So yeah, thank you guys, and have a good one. Bye.